Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be showing you how I contour, highlight, and bake, I guess. This is kind of my first time using these products to do this. Half of them, most of them are new products. I got a ton of stuff from e.l.f. and I'll link down my haul right down below. So I'm using a lot of e.l.f. products because of that reason, and it's all drugstore stuff that I'm using. So very affordable, great prices, really great products. So I'm going to be showing you how I contour and highlight and bake, and it's all cream contouring and powder contouring. So first things first, let me just get my hair back. So I already did my eye makeup. I'm going to do my eyebrows real quick. So I've already primed my face with the e.l.f. Blemish Control Face Primer. I've just been using this ever since I got it and I love it. It really smooths my skin and is not too thick. I think when I'm contouring with cream products, I don't really like too much thickness because it feels like it'll shift and move, especially since I have oily skin. But this is really good for blemish control and it's great for oily skin as well. But I've also heard it's good for dry skin. So I've used this all over my face. Then to smooth my canvas, I'm pretty much going to use the e.l.f. HD Mattifying Balm, which is just a creamy primer, but it's not like too thick. So I'm just going to place this on my nose, under my eye area to smooth that, on my chin area, and on my forehead area, kind of like T-zone area, to really build up a nice smooth area to work with. So the next step before I do all the foundation, I conceal my under eye circles, but I use an orange salmon toned concealer that really helps neutralize everything underneath my eyes. So this it'll look a little funny, but anything like right here or right next to my nose, a little on my cheeks, it'll all end up working in with the foundation. So it won't even, it'll disappear and blend in, but it'll give me a really flawless under eye area that can definitely take away from the contour if it's not done right. So we're just gonna do that. So then I'm going to damp a sponge with my MAC Fix Plus and blend that out. It doesn't have to be completely blended out because it will go in with the foundation. So you can't really tell, but it is still pretty orange under my eyes. So it'll merge really well with the foundations once I blend it in and do the concealer and stuff over the eye area. But right now it looks kind of funny. Like, at least for me, it looks very orange. So I am going to use 3 different shades of foundation. So I'm using the Rimmel Stay Matte Liquid Mousse foundation. So I'm going to apply these in very light layers, but apply the colors where I kind of need them. So I'm going to do light porcelain in this area, on top of my nose and on my forehead and chin area. I'm going to use the True Ivory on the lower chin area here and a little on the sides of my forehead. And then I'm going to use soft beige where I'm going to contour. So like the contour of my cheek right down here, around my hairline, areas like that. This does look like it's going to be a lot of foundation, but it's really not that much with how thin I am putting it on my face to start with. So I'm not going to worry too much about the thickness. So I'm going to blend this out with a flat top kabuki, starting where the lightest part, or where the down here, then up here, and then blending it in here. for the cream contouring, I'm using the e.l.f. Cream Contour, and it just kind of has a little of everything. I'm going to be using the top 2 shades. So this is the highlight, this is the contour. This is more of a warm, cool tone, kind of neutrally color. So it's not going to be too fierce. And especially right now, I'm very pale with summertime, or with the winter time, so I'm going to be using this. And for my under eye concealer, I'm using the Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles from Maybelline. This is my Tribal War paint going on. I am going to contour my nose very little because I do have a thin nose up top but a kind of a rounder nose on the bottom, so I'm going to only contour about half of my nose, and then I'm going to kind of slightly blend it up. I'm just going to take this pointed concealer brush and roll it around a little bit in the color, just on the very tip. So I'm just going to do right here, about halfway. If you do have a bigger nose or a pretty consistent nose all the way through, you can contour it up. It ends up looking a little too shallow. It makes my nose look a little too thin for my face if I do that. So I'm just gonna kind of blend it here. And there you go. I am also gonna, I made a little V here. I'm gonna kind of fill it in right there and around the bottom of my jawline. This definitely adds dimension when you do this, and it makes it very even. So there you go. So I'm going to start by blending out where the highlight is. It's the same as when I did the foundation, where I'm doing the lighter first and then the darker, because then it creates the right shadows to create the light brightness. And if anything, if it gets muddy, you could always add more highlight, or if it gets too light, you could always add more contour. So we're just going to start blending. I'm using a pointed foundation brush. So now I'm going to set my contour first, and I am going to use, in the contour palette from e.l.f., I'm going to use this bronzer. This is more cool tone, it's not too warm, it's exactly what my skin tone kind of needs in this position, so I'm going to set it with that one. So now I'm going to set the highlight, and I'm setting the highlight with a NYX HD Studio Photogenic Loose Powder, and done. This is how I contour. I just rotate out products. This was a whole new method of doing it. I was kind of just going with it and it turned out really good. It does not look like it's too much and it looks really well with my kind of heart shape face, and it definitely doesn't make me look like I caked on the makeup. I definitely like this method and I'll stick to it for a while unless I find something new and approved, but I do really like how it looks. My skin does look really good and bright and alive. I did really like using these two brushes to blend out everything, and they do give the fine details. They're both the synthetic brushes, so it doesn't soak up the product, and it's just really easy to work with. The concealer one works really well for the highlighting. This works really well for blending out either liquid or cream or powder or anything, so definitely good go-tos for that kind of thing. And that is it. I hope you guys like this. This is just kind of how I use drugstore products to blend out and contour and highlight and everything. So you could always highlight a little bit more or use some sheen. This was more of a all matte highlight and bronzing, so, or highlight and contouring. So I hope you guys like this, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.